So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today in this video, I want to share with you my spiritual toolkit. So if you're interested in a video like that, please keep watching. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to share with you some things that I have in my spiritual toolkit that I would love to share with you, and perhaps you can implement them in your life and add them to your spiritual toolkit. And so if you do not know who I am, my name is Amber Turner, and I am the author of You Choose Your Outfit, with outfit being the metaphor for your reality and or experience. I'm also the CEO of the Censored Apparel brand. We believe in being bold, being loud, and being confident. And in this video, I want to share with you some of my amazing things that I feel just make my life a lot better, more peaceful, more amazing, and I would definitely consider them part of my spiritual toolkit. So the first thing I want to share that's part of my spiritual toolkit is subliminals. And if you follow me on this channel, you know I am a big proponent for subliminals. I believe in them, and especially if you're trying to overcome some limiting beliefs like I have or am, is definitely necessary. One of the things about subliminals that make them amazing is that it helps program your mind to what you want to see out of life. I know a lot of times, however you grew up, there is some sort of programming that might be stopping you, sabotaging you, or limiting you in your life. And so it's important, especially if it's blocking you from your blessings, to actually change that programming in your subconscious mind. And the great thing about subliminals is that you can they have so many, I don't even know what it's called. It's like ultrasonic, where you really can't hear it. It's like this high pitched, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's above my head, but it is feeding you or helping you overcome some limiting beliefs and feeding you the things that you want to see into fruition in your life. And so I definitely believe in subliminals, and that is definitely something that's part of my toolkit. So to piggyback off of subliminals, I also want to offer in this video is a good pair of headphones. And not the over-the-head ones. I work out with those. I prefer the over-the-head ones for working out. But when I'm like in bed and trying to rest, I like the ones that go in your ear and they're Bluetooth. And so my phone is away from me, because I typically run my subliminals off my phone, and I listen to them while I'm going akin to sleep. JT, I'm doing a video. Akin to sleep, or when you're waking up in the morning. And it's just amazing when you can, it just makes it a lot easier, and they're more comfortable, especially when you're laying down. And speaking of laying down, another thing that's part of my spiritual toolkit is actually my journal, which is right here. It's something that I use and carry with me, and when I'm in bed listening to my subliminals, especially when I wake up in the morning, I grab my journal and I just start automatic writing, or writing things that I want to see into my life, manifest into my life. And so my journal is everything to me. I write my goals, I script, I journal about my feelings, and I write down ideas for videos and things like that. So it's something that definitely helps me in seeing my vision to fruition. And when it comes to, wanting to reach your goals, there's so much power in writing them down. I know a lot of people say, I have goals, but they don't write them down and they don't see them anywhere. I actually have a whiteboard, which I'll probably just add to this as well. Like, I have a whiteboard in my room as well, where I just write down goals. And it's important to write it down. It's important to see it. And when you're writing it down, you speak to yourself. And so that is very, very powerful when you can write it down. And I understand people, because I know a lot of people have this like idea of like, I have these goals, but they're nowhere to be seen. Write them down, have a journal, script about them. It's so amazing when you can just feel that vibration and resonate with what you're trying to bring into your existence. You choose your outfit. You choose. So resonate with what you choose to see in your life. And just to piggyback off of that, and this is going off on a little bit of a tangent, but scripting, when you have a journal and you can script, it's so powerful. And I can't stress that enough, how powerful it is when you can imagine and feel it, and you're writing it like you're writing your dream story, essentially. Like, who doesn't want to write that story? And it's just amazing. So a journal is definitely part of my spiritual toolkit. And so this is not so much a tangible thing, but the next thing that I do want to mention is a quiet space. It is important to have a quiet space that you can go to and self-reflect. I find I don't have a TV in my house. I don't have a TV or anything like that. I do listen to music sometimes, especially with my kids, but I don't have a TV. And so I do have a lot of time where, aside from the traffic that's outside, aside from the traffic that's outside, I do have a lot of quiet time. But I do find that people don't take the time to actually be still and be quiet and listen to their thoughts and what their body is telling them, what their mind is telling them, what their feelings are telling them. Because we always have our phone, TV, some music going or something to numb us out. And it's important to have that quiet time, that quiet space to actually understand what's going on. And so an interesting thing to me is that my mom, my mom was always, I was the type that I always listened to my music up really loud, and I sometimes still do when I'm in the car. I wouldn't recommend it, but, especially as a teenager. But my mom always stressed, she said, you gotta ride in the car with no music on because you can't hear if something is wrong with the car. Like, you might have like things actually, because that's happened, things like falling from the car and you don't know because you got your music up so loud, and there might be something wrong with the car. And that was something that she always told me that I never listened to. I never listened to her, but it's true. Like, sometimes now I do ride around in my car without anything going, so I can listen to the car. And I do oftentimes hear that something is wrong with the car, but it's just like that. You have to be quiet with yourself and actually listen to yourself to understand what's going on with you, what's going on with your feelings, what's going on in your head. Listen to that narrative that's going on in your head, and what is it telling you? So that's definitely important, and very much so part of my spiritual toolkit. And so the last thing that I want to offer in this video that's part of my spiritual toolkit is candles. And I love candles. Candles, there's something about just smelling good candles, and it takes you somewhere. And I think it's important for candles, and this is the thing, I have a couple of candles going right now. And it's one of those things that just kind of spark your imagination. And I don't think people really think about it in that way, but especially this one is Pecan Swirl. It just reminds me of good times, Thanksgiving and the holidays, and just feeling good. And when it comes to wanting to keep your vibrations high and be in good spirits, smells just do that for everyone. I mean, I think that everyone just loves the good smell of a cake. You can get cake candles and all sorts of candles and that kind of stuff. And I think it just does something for lifting our spirits and taking us somewhere. And it helps us with visioning. Visualization. It's so important because it really can take you there, especially if you're you can get a candle for any kind of smell at this point. So if you have something in particular or specific that you want to tap into, get a candle for that and light it and take yourself there. I have a vision. I like to visualize holidays with my family. I have this vision that and it surrounds the holidays, and so I visualize that, And so when I can light a candle that really takes me there, that reminds me of my mom when she would cook pies during the holidays, it just makes it easier to imagine and feel like you're there. And so candles definitely are part of my spiritual toolkit. So anyways, you guys, that is all for this video. I just wanted to share some essentials in my spiritual toolkit, and maybe you can implement those in your life as well. They definitely help me stay sane sometimes, and bring me peace and actually help me with my manifestations. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I do videos on business, life, and everything in between. And that's all, and I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.